code. The American businesses and Walmart and Texas business have been broken that code since I've been on this earth, God said. And now people want to destroy me. And while they kids go to church and live, you want to destroy God said, I tell your loved ones I'm sleeping in my heavens. And they don't know my spirit that have left my heavens. And I enter the heart that is pure. But God said, I'm only in the vessel to show him guidance. By the time he leaves, he is going to have my guidance. But they using in church in the city. God said, you use because you see, but you stand against it. You don't know history like we know history. You don't know my name through the ages. You don't know my name. You don't know my body. You just hear stories of me. That's all you have is stories of me. That's all you have is stories of me. We are greater about what we stand for. And some people meant to go against that stand. They will portray God over and over again on what we stand for. But when you say stick by the rules, I want you to tell Tum Tum and Kroger I will break those rules. I will break Walmart rules. I will break it when I see the Holy Spirit of racism. I will break it when they think we don't have a way out and they treat us bad. They act like they want us, but they live their lives in their businesses. Why we need to win. Those things can't be broken or understanding. But politics, when I was on Twitter and Senator Ted and Governor Ad Page, right? I hear the politics, but they want to treat us with them wrong. They want to attack and I told the Justice Department what was done. And the mayor want to sit up there and with a political fuel while God lose. God dollars ain't winning, they losing. Texas ain't winning, they losing. God is winning. I am winning. God is winning. Why hip-hop lose? You giving something to Boosie and he's a lying. God said, I stand by that. He have my money, but he don't have my trust. I'm going to tell Justice Department, Boosie have my money, but he don't have my trust. I told you when I told her civil rights in the jail, they said nigga with the money ain't scared. The nigga that believe in God ain't scared. But they'll kill that because they don't believe. They don't believe that. They don't believe what we believe. I seen heaven and earth. That is different from what you can't see. Probably didn't see God body. He didn't tell me his name, but I know it was him in my dreams. I know it was him in my dreams. I felt him when he licked that cover off me. And that guy told me in 2019, where was God in president when my son had died? I went to my cell and I put the cover on my head 20 times. 20 times I put the cover over my head. I said, God, if you was here, I still won't deny you. I still won't deny you. I still won't deny you. And when I slept for a while, after I slept, I tell you, I had a dream and I was in the cell, told me to get up. And I was able to see the Holy Spirit of that same person that I got into an argument. Boosie have my money, but he don't have my trust. Dallas don't have my trust. Texas don't have my trust. They have betrayed their commanders. The Social Security have betrayed their commanders, and you don't understand that. When I talk to the other senators about this is a Texas problem, this is a United States problem. But you want to defeat God. You want to kill. God never did say he'll die for us again. He want to walk amongst us. God said, I sit 1,000 feet away from my gates. I got an angel on the left and an angel on the right. And it's 20 of you humans standing by my gates while you alive. And your body, I got your body waiting by my gates. I got your body waiting by my gates. God said, I got your body waiting by my gates. But your spirit enter the body of the gates before you enter my heavens with your former body. But your memory is going to kick in soon. But God said another thing, even though me and Jesus said it, and your loved ones with me, I see out of my angel's eyes and I see your spirit. God said you have betrayed your commanders. You have betrayed the ancestors. You have betrayed everybody that's before us. Abraham Lincoln, George Washington. You have betrayed your commanders in ways that you can't understand. Legislators, by supporting your communities and supporting people that don't have the faith in there. That lady told me, you know what that lady said? Sue if as you want. And I can't decide the consequences for your employees. Right? That was she told me at the car center. Let's talk about this. God said, I want to talk about this when Tunton was involved. And we have to understand what we are greater at. I would not bend down to Walmart. I would not bend down to Kroger's. I would not bend down to hip-hop racism. I would not bend, God, but you want to keep my name alive after they didn't kill me again? We don't play by that. We don't play by those rules. God said we are meant to destroy those rules that define us. I have no regrets. When you say play by the rules, I have no regrets. I would define that for a bigger purpose. I would find loopholes. I learned about the legislators in school. Miss Chastity and them told me at Newman Smith High School. We learned about the legislators. We learned about the Senate. But the one thing I didn't like when I was in New Orleans, they didn't teach me about my New Orleans senators. They didn't teach me about the mayor. They didn't teach me about all the things. Who was the mayor before that? Who was the mayor? Bam, they didn't I had to find out I knew, but I learned about my legislators. I learned about my senators, to me, Miss Chastity, Miss Lynn, and all of us worked on these things, and I was able to find you. This was been a long time coming. And I think Miss Chastity and people at Newman Smith know this. This has been a long time coming. The legislators, Governor Abbott. I want you to know some resource about me at 14, 15 years old, going on my first year, going on job interviews. This has been a long time coming. We didn't spend all our time in the classrooms. That's the difference from when Mr. Pouncey passed by, we closed our door. Because the way they do regular students, and sometimes they still don't do it at this morning. They let them chill in the cafe, watch a movie. Let's get the teachers to go out there and get lunch. See, they don't know how to switch it up with the students. Tell their mama, get them $20, $30. Let them order a movie, watch a movie. Let them have it, enjoy while they do. There's so many things what you do. You let them be in the cafeteria instead of being in the classroom more and watching a movie and doing all of the degrees. I didn't just do that. We watched the first Grease movie. We used to watch Princess Di, the one with the girl off of that and off the thing. Actors. We had my mama still got this favorite cake that my teacher liked to make. And when my cousin, my baby mama cousin worked at Target, she got this cake built for me. But let me tell you something. When she tried to get me on that Target and you know what your black people did? They said no. That's what racism did at Target in Louisville. We understand what we got to go through. But you define it. Over there by Creekview right now, they got a Walmart. Before there was a Walmart, there was Albertson. On my first year, they denied me. We talk about these things and hung up with racism intent. We are not the same. But you put me through this. Because your community, your society can't change, and you act like you understand God. And you break those rules. I know you always thought about me. I want to let the senator know, you always wonder about me, huh? I want the senators to know, did you always wonder? I want the senators to know, God said, did you always wonder about me? I want to know at the Social Security to know, did you always wonder about me? Did you always wonder? I want the senator of Texas to know something. Did you always wonder? Washington, did you always wonder? When I defined those orders of Walmart, Doug Miller is a liar. And God would not stand for it. God would not stand for Robert and his black employees. God would not let him break us for what the black and white stand for together. But they want to kill and act like they with us. They vote and act like they with us. Your vote don't mean nothing to me. That means you just against me. God said your voting, your piece of paper don't mean nothing to me. God said your spirit ain't right. Your lies and your deception ain't right. But that just means you against me. When God walked into the village and he saw starving, he had a little anger. He lifted the table up. He understand those things or what the principles or those things have to be given. The enemy want us to do violence on our family, and we ain't going to play it like that. We ain't going to let it eat when they think about themselves. When we got a bigger goal here. Our strength is more bigger than anything. I would not bend to Walmart and any racist business or racist community that don't understand God and they play like they understand him. But I'm going to tell you what I've been doing, Senators Nim. I've been hugging my flag while Boosie hugged his body. He hug a woman, but I hug God. And when they see me hug that flag, that means I know God. You can't break me. Tell Doug Miller his racism and his black employees, what they stand for, can't break me. You and y'all teaming up, you can't break God, but you want to say, and you want to carry my name, and you a faker. But this is what you want. God said, I give you the strength to be calm, to tell my enemy, I give my child the strength to lower his voice and hide his voice down, whatever, even a warning. I tell him these things because we have to understand the meaning of those things. But look at the camera of jealousy in the Holy Spirit. Question that 2996 and see when I was on that court and your intimidation. God said, you want to know answers? Come on and get the answers that you're looking for. You want to know when they define when Walmart go against and he define those answers? You don't know me like you say you know me. You want my money, but you don't want my love. You don't want to love me, but you don't understand it. That's why the difference of it. You carry my name on that dollar and that flag, but you don't know me like you say you know me. You need money to survive, but you don't really know me. How can we define those orders? I will keep breaking those rights. My son will break your rules. My daughters behind daughters will break everything you stand for. I don't care. My son, his stepson will break those rules. I will make sure that. I will make sure that. I told my son yesterday, you protect your mama. Because sometimes we don't know what's ahead. We don't know what's ahead. We don't know what our black hatred and white and Mexican to do. We don't know when people will do when they don't believe in us. You know when my son asked Senator Ted, I want Senator Ted to know, you know when my son asked me when he was down here, Dad, why you don't take me to school? My stepson, it hurted me so very much when I went to that CPS office. And all my stepson is know is me. He said, Dad. And I couldn't see him with me. My baby mama's more stronger than you weak ass women ever could be. I got more respect for anybody I deal with, and I got more respect in her than I got with any woman I damn deal with. God say, never test my strength. Never test my strength and my ability. You know God gives, you know what God you can't understand? You have to study it. God, the moon in the atmosphere, God can see the moon spirit. He can see the moon. He can see the sun. He can see between those things.
So excited to get laser hair removal.
He can see between those things. They don't get us like they say they get us. They don't understand us like they understand us. But God said, why Boosie smile and you awarded him? And God said, you steady lying to me. Texas, you steady lying with your thing, but you steady don't want to admit it. You steady lie while you give to them. You steady lie while you use your power and you abuse it. Why Bumby and them eat is about talent. Mess those talent when my name is that line here. God say, mess that talent, mess that rap talent, mess those talent with my legacy at line when you mention my name. God say, I want the Bible taken away. I want the flag taken away. When you lie, family is easy to be forgiven. But you will define what we stand for their lies in Dallas, for the politics lies, you would defy God and everything we stand for. Martin Luther King didn't watch everybody surrounding him. No, that ain't gonna happen with me when the Spirit identify more. But you will break everything you stand for. Why boosting them, you will break those lies. Why Dallas and the rest of them is forward? Because of their racism and they don't have love and belief. God said we done with them. We done with Texas and they deceiving. We done with their deception. We done with Dallas community trying to break the faith of what we stand for. You want me to forgive where you show no sympathy for me in 2000 and Addison where they laughed and done it? But you want family to turn while your community terrorized and they care about themselves. But they want, I told Miss Krista, you know what I told Miss Krista the other day? You know what I wrote her the day before? They act like they scared. And they act like they scared in the Galleria Mall in 2019. But they the one that judge with racism. They the one that define God. They the one that break those rules. They want to know what they did wrong. God say, why we got to explain something to you? You doctors supposed to be good at your job. And it seemed like you ain't that good, God say. You ain't that good to understand human behavior, right? You supposed to be professional. Know what antagonating the mind is.
Are you receiving?
You supposed to understanding when humans antagonate.
This is someone who I feel like was juggling. The King of Coins here, some of you could have been doing.
You supposed to understand it. Family would never be tampered with. Nobody of above their power here. One thing God said, family property, but you know what you got to do? You got to forgive in those situations. Family ain't to be tampered with. And I'm telling them, and I want them to hear me. Because they talking about in Dallas that they can't get to you. No. I want everybody to know what I know is the consequences of the death. Your family and your kids.
Hey, dude.
I'm on the thing right now.
You got my air freshener?
No, I don't got it in here. It probably in here. Those things had to understand those things. But Jay Prince and Boosie smiling while they getting away with lies. And BG, I had the message, and they lying and saying he got out early, right? And I had to message you, right? And Boosie smiling with his lies with the rest of them. Jay Prince with their dumb asses. I meant family. Tello is not to be tampered with. I will always know when my heavens are being tampered with. But I'm the one. But you want me to have compassion and they cry with sympathy. Young Jesus said, let go of things that you can't change. They told me the same thing in Dallas, right? You better kiss my ass and go to hell, that Judge Kennedy put. And we're going to talk about that. I want everything you gave them racist black hip-hop gave to MO3 and Yellow Breeze in them. And they still give it to bullshit. Racism that don't believe. God said we won't belong to us or what footwork them lied about. And the Dallas courtroom, I don't care what you got to do. God said, if you got to put every judge in that damn courtroom to jail, every DEA, every state attorney to jail, you do what needs to be done. If you got to put them to death, I need you to do God action to put the state attorneys, the DEA, at the care, put them to death. Don't let them. And you know what Ryan said something? He said something. Don't believe in what you hear. Don't. All right, let's go to civil rights. The guy say, don't believe in the prophecy. All right, let's go to civil rights. You act like them. Let's go where radio station and BET. BET, I want my damn money, BET, for supporting a racist fuck. We don't have hatred, but we will fight for what we stand for. But our own black will try to destroy that. I'm so mad because a black guy and a black girl, I never met this person that they're in their life. And it's so mad because when you're trying to connect with people, everything is about connection with me. And that this guy and this girl won't get to know a real nigga. This black guy and this black girl won't get to know a real nigga. Them in this community want to get, they won't get to know something real. And none of them. But it doesn't matter if you will. The enemy still will be out there. You know, God told me something when I got stabbed. I remember going into New Orleans. And I remember when I was a kid, that girl meant it right there. She was sorry. God showed me the spirit of forgiveness. I remember in New Orleans, Louisiana, she showed me the spirit after I got stabbed on my own. And I remember being in that New Orleans courtroom. And I remember her brother and her mom always came in, because her brother was always shy. Came in the East apartment with Lil Wayne, was always shy. And her mom came and checked up on me and everything. Her mom came and checked up on me and everything. And let me tell you something. When she sat in front of that court, she was sorry. I felt it in her spirit. I saw her mindset in her spirit. I felt that. But let me tell you something. This is to settle any misunderstanding. We focusing on education here. That's what that need to be focused on. I'm asking for when I'm asking from you, not just a one-time payment, the last. Because we are going to focus on growth. We're not going to take it on the road. You know, God gave me a dream. He said, Hubert, sometimes you got to forgive your family because they growed up on testimony. And Whoopi Goldberg said, our family used to quit cotton and all of those things. And I watched some movies when my person off a lethal weapon and her at the house.
We blow up the phone.
But God said, this right here is to settle this. God said, me and him, we need this. You need to make an example out of those ones. Not just a one-time payment. This is going to last for a life. We are going to work at it together. And I'm asking, is you with me? One thing I didn't like about University of Texas, you're going to sit by me when I get wrong. You're going to help me get in there. And we're going to work at it constantly and constantly and constantly. You're going to get another teacher. If you don't want to work, we're going to get another teacher. If you want to do something, we're going to work at it constantly. I want University of Texas to know me. I want to know them what I'm about. I want University of Texas to know me, and when I went on their website, to know what I'm about. Balance had to be given because Walmart don't give it. The business in this community, they show no sympathy to me. And when they're antagonating the mindset and they calling me out of my name. I had to tell them what Walmart did with when Jessica and her manager was doing when I was in that back room doing inventory, right? We had to identify it, right? Mexican out there screaming out, talking about you don't want to forgive. That's another damn thing out in the community. I don't got time for this. Is going to set the record straight. We are going to do this what need to be done. And I know one time this is going to be, we are making up for lost times. And I don't got time to argue with a business, a white, or black that got their own political fool. I know the challenge in our face, and I'm willing to face at it and work at it every damn day. We will never lose. My fight gotta be greater than it means. And it's sorry that it had to come to this. It's sad that it had to come to this fight, this battle. You know the body, and I understand, and you let it go on with these dumb people. Boosie look like a damn dummy, but God say he's getting away with everything. The mayor's getting away, right? I want them to hear me. The mayor and them getting away with they getting away for politics and what they did wrong. God said I would never die. And we almost back to normal. Horoscope say, you haven't been fair to yourself. I always been fair to myself. But I know I can push those boundaries. And he talking about somebody, boy, look at your little lying behavior. May the 17th, the gang member was laughing at me May the 17th, right? When Miss West was acting the ass. When the Dallas courtroom was acting the ass. Right? Hey, you think I'm going to go against family? You think that's what the enemy want because they care about themselves. Baby, go take a walk. God said, go take a walk. Put on your music. Buy your tablet. Go down. I got a tablet right here. Go down to some music. Get you some headphones. Go do you something like that. Understand yourself more. But should I back down from you? I will keep breaking every rule. My son gonna break it. If I have daughters behind daughters, I want them to watch out for the spirit I have in me. You lucky I got one damn kid and a stepson, because I make it worse for you. I make it worse for you. I make it worse for you. You lucky I got one kid. But I teach my kid God gave me a secret. And he gave me many more. But I work for them. They don't even know my Social Security issue. Look at him. Look at his lies. Beyond lies, beyond lies. Look at they only fight for themselves. So they instead of making noise in here, y'all can't hear the echo because my window down. And they instead of just doing the shit they don't supposed to do. They little Mexican in there, man. So, no, I don't got time for that. Hey, but you letting them get away with lies, right? You actually letting the mayor get away and City Hall and them members. Hey, they getting away, right? Hey, this is how things are turning out to be. Where the justice at in that? When you let your political, your community that don't want to understand, I don't got time for this. But you really had a farming in there. You really had the balls to having a farming in there. Come on. Come on, dude. Come on. And I heard what he said that night. Civil rights. Come on. And I told the civil rights and the justice. Come on. You had the nerve to portray everything your country for lies and racism of black and white and Mexican and your people. God don't respect that. God don't respect Texas for that. Respect the politics and the white and black and Mexican that care about that. I would not stand by your rules. I will break it. And my kids before that will break your rules. When they catch on to your spirit of hatred and lies and not believing in me. I'm sorry, it's passion. I will break you at the nerve. For them and that lady. For your community.
Thank you, Alex.
For them. God said you had the nerve to betray everything you stand for.
Hey, I want to swing by and drop something off.
To betray to get their money. To betray them. Governor Abbott, God said you don't understand me. Stop with your lies. Stop with your lies. You care about them more than you care about me. Stop with your lies. You say you understand me, but you understand these people. They don't care. They want my money. They don't care about my love. God don't trust you, Governor Abbott. You have broke the trust. Your DEA and your prosecutor have broke the trust of them. But you care about them more than you care. You sit up there with these kids that don't understand it. My kid, 5 years old. I want him to know something that he needs to understand. How you are in these businesses. You talk about death. Justin Bieber talk about death. Martin Luther King talk about it. But let me tell you something. Martin Luther King, God understood. He didn't watch the people that surround him. He smiled in the crowd, but he didn't know his enemy more than he knew everything. But you allow this man to lie, to bring up rumors and lie. You allow Boosie to come up. Let's bring the disability papers to the courtroom and we got something to say. I hear you loud and clear. I hear your criticism loud and clear. I even heard it on Facebook on Governor Abbott and Senator Ted's page. Some people don't respond. The politics don't respond on your thing. But it's passion. I know how to calm it down. I will break those rules. I will break those rules. God will break your rules. For the greater good. For the greater good, God will break those rules. Now this dummy is getting away with a lot of things. Now evil is getting away with a lot of things, lies. And Dallas really acting the ass and forward. Huh? But you know something that I know right, huh? Senator Ted on this page. You know, and people in Paris that wanted to be on my team. Trump know more than he know. They know more than he know, right? People in Paris and London all over. You know more than you know, right? This is for them. They know more than they know. You was watching me the whole time. Watching talent from around the world. Come on, Trump. Come on, Hillary Clinton. Come on. The guy that did, come on, let's discuss this. Why Boosie get away with lies and Yellow Breeze and them in Dallas get away with lies. Let's discuss this. They don't even know you got my network. Why Boosie still eat. He don't even know I talk to people in California and New York. You know it and I know it, right? But they the one that don't know how to network. And they the one that's stuck on IG, YouTube, and all of this rest of this. I saw Hot Boy Twerk on UP Live. But I know how to show consistency. I got back on Bit Live, me and I know how to show consistency. A kid asked me where that I wanted to go this year. Because one dude was he asked me, I wanted to go to film production. But are we done yet? Let me tell you something. Rules are meant to be defied. When we are fighting for something greater. And I don't want y'all to take no wrong idea about it. Rules are meant to be defied. You know, my son told me, I don't know who told me, you a joke, Dad. I told son, it don't make you a joke when you're standing up for what you believe in. It don't make you, I want the senators, I know, don't think, I want the senators to hear me. And I want them to hear me. What my son told me. It don't make you that. And I understand they teaching them no good. But you know, I took my son around the community. I took him before he left. I showed him some houses. And I said, son, you can have the same thing, but you're going to have to work different. You don't have to work hard, but you're going to have to work different. You're going to have to strategize different from others. I know it's going to be hard, whatever you think your challenges is. But God said, how can we stop when we are making so much of misunderstanding? Senators, we have to understand something that we have to understand. We ain't done yet. And I'm sorry for the hooping and the hollering and all of that when I'm messaging y'all. I'm sorry from the hoop and hollering. There's just so much passion. You know, when I was in Atlanta, he said something about rage. It's not rage, it's passion. I'm getting tired of being held back by racism and how black people act. But I would not sacrifice for them. I would not be put down at the bottom of the map because I work. Hey, I asked the guy from Baltimore. I worked since I was 14. Where they at? At Newman Smith, Big Lots. I don't know. You know, one of the things we had a problem with. Every time we mail stuff off, y'all talking about it, you didn't get it, and then we gotta bring it back again. And even when we go up there, we got with the system then take it, right? When I sat at my local office and I sit in one of those counters, other people had the same problem. No, one girl made me the security guard. She. I think about it now in Atlanta. Said, "Usually I don't cry when I can't get what I want." And she had a little mean little face, and I didn't even take it to love. Shout out to her in Atlanta, and shout out to the Dallas security guard. When they was tunting in there, shout out to her. I would love for her to be at the Walmart party. I would love for her to be there. She know who she is. That told me don't let people get to you. She know who she is. She know who she is in Dallas. I was gonna. She know who she is, and I really wanted to be there. So if I'm sitting at the table, I really want you to. I really want the security guard to be there. Thanks for your advice. She knows who she is. I don't know her name, but she knows who she is when Taunton was involved with the security guards. She know who she is, and I wish her the best. I hope she have it all, and I wish that she get a bonus. But God said that's not up to me. That's not up to me. That girl. That's not up to me. I hope she get a bonus in Dallas. That security guard. I hope she get a bonus. She know who she is. She know who she is. If it was up to me, you have your own bonus card, and you have to just file it on your card. If it was up to me, at the Dallas County, if it was up to me, you would have your own bonus card. Hey, but sometimes instead of them taking out your check, they don't allow it to file at your. I hated at Walmart. I get $199 buy and they deduct that. They need to let you file that on your taxes and let that be separate. So I hope, and it's sad to see this shit go on. God is disappointed in this situation with Boosie and them lies and Yellow Breeze and them lies. God is disappointed in it. And I'm going to tell you, the civil rights, God is disappointed in it, the situation. And you allowing this to go on with Dallas and Houston. You allowing this to go on. And he lying. And this was about a Social Security issue. Because him and MO3 wanted to come up. He is disappointed in it. That just sad. It really is sad right now, guys. Social Security. We're gonna talk